Hey everyone, so first of all a little bit of an apology because as you can tell from the title above, this is another video about Sigma brushes, and I know there are loads of these circulating around YouTube at the moment, but I was sent a huge parcel of stuff by Sigma about 3 weeks ago. They sent me products for myself to try out and also a load of contest prizes. So if you just put up with a little bit of my review now, towards the second half of the video I'll explain to you what you can win and how you can enter to be in with the chance of having some brushes of your own. Now Sigma brushes, I'd seen loads of videos pop up in my subscription feed talking about this product specifically, and I kind of ignored them, I have to admit. And it was during a video that Michelle1218 did where she mentioned that she wasn't particularly impressed by this certain brand of brushes that she had received. And that's when I finally understood what the concept of Sigma was, i.e. that a brush basically correlates and corresponds exactly with a MAC brush. So a 187 Sigma brush looks exactly like a 187 MAC brush. The only real difference being that the Sigma brush is substantially cheaper than the MAC version. And I kind of like that idea. So the idea of being able to go online, buy a set of brushes for like $60–70 and then just follow along every tutorial and know exactly what kind of brush you need to use is a really good idea. And so I was actually contacted by Sigma. I didn't buy them myself, so I can't make any specific comments about customer service or shipping or anything like that, but I have to say I am really impressed by what I've tried out so far. A little bit obvious to say that because obviously if you're sent products for free you have a completely different perception of how well or how badly it performs, but I can honestly say that there is a set of products within this range that I would definitely recommend that people go out and buy. A couple of other things I would say skip, particularly if you're in the UK because of the shipping costs, but I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm rambling. I got sent the full professional brush kit with the brush roll, and that's what it looks like inside. You've seen it all before and I'll go through that in a bit more detail because I've actually used that. I haven't used the two other things. And then she also sent me this black travel kit which I'm actually giving to my mum, and it comes with a nice set of brushes for mainly face but a few eye brushes as well, so it's quite a complete kit. Then the pink one is going to my sister. So Lucy, this is for you, and it is sort of a very light pink leather case again, and another series of brushes. So both of these sets cost about $50, and if you are ordering from the UK expect to pay about $10 in shipping charges, and then remember that on top of that you're going to have to pay Royal Mail custom charges, which are normally probably about £10 because you've gone over the £18 threshold or whatever it is. So that's why I kind of think these don't make economical sense if you're based in the UK, whereas if you are really going to go for it and you really want a good brush collection, then I would say go for the full professional kit. You don't necessarily have to get the leather casing because it's like an extra $20, but the brushes themselves I think they cost about $64 and then the shipping's $14. And obviously you'll still have to pay custom charges, but the reason why I feel that this is a better deal is that you kind of get more for your money basically. Okay, now I really sound like a saleswoman. So these are the brushes that I've been using in the full professional face and eye kit, and I'll talk about these in a bit more detail. I know a lot of people have made some really helpful videos where they've kind of compared the Sigma version with the MAC version that they have. I'm not going to do that because it's already been done. I don't have all of the brushes, and of the ones that I do have I think it's slightly misleading. The reason I say that is that some of my MAC brushes are maybe 2 to 3 years old, so to compare a brand new brush against a brush that's a lot older, they are going to look different. They're not going to be exactly the same. And having said that, I'm probably now going to do the side-by-side comparison because it's probably the most logical and I just can't help myself, but I will try and stick to my guns. But basically in this set you get the whole series of face and eye brushes, and sort of it's a real complete set for anyone who's starting out in makeup. And they're really good quality. I've washed them like 5 times. There has been a little bit of shedding, but I would say that some brushes are better than others. For example, the 266 Sigma, I don't like this one at all. It has too much give. It's not exactly the same as the MAC one. There you go, I'm doing the comparison. That one's the MAC one, this one's the Sigma one. The Sigma one doesn't have enough of a graduated edge to it. It's also, as I said, the bristles are slightly looser, and this one just feels slightly better quality for an angled eyeliner brush in my opinion. So this is probably the worst one of the set for me. one of the best brushes in this set. There's actually three. One of them is the 150, really soft brush, gorgeous for applying bronzer, any powder, anything like that, or just buffing foundation. And then talking of foundation, I love this 190. I've only got the short-ended version of the MAC one, so I can't really do a true comparison. I have got another brush by Becca, which is a foundation brush like this. This is so much easier to work with. It's much more flexible, so when you're applying it, it kind of glides the product on your skin, so you don't have to work so hard, and that's why I like this one. The other brush, which is my absolute favourite, is the 224 Sigma. I love this. I do have the MAC version, and here we go. They're there. But the MAC version is fraying a little bit over time, so that's why I can't really do a true comparison. This feels a lot denser, but it still sort of sweeps the eyeshadow and kind of blends it really nicely and softly in the same way that this MAC version does. But I kind of think this works a little bit better, so I love the 224 Sigma. This is probably my favourite brush, maybe. And then other brushes that deserve a worthy mention are the 168. And what I like about this is that the MAC version is kind of frayed out and it's slightly fatter. It's very difficult to get a precise line with the MAC version because it's just a much denser brush. So for doing contouring, you have to basically contour a massive area. You can't really get very precise, whereas this is a lot thinner. Feels just as soft, but it kind of mimics in a way the short-ended MAC version of the 168, which I wanted the big version to be like, but it wasn't, in that this is very narrow and it's very sort of controlled, and you can make much more precise shading and highlighting on your face. So I really like the 168 Sigma as well. So they are my top picks, but I have used this one as well, which is the 275. Again, I'm looking down to see if I've got it to hand. Yep, I have the short-ended version by MAC, which I really enjoy because it's good for just a nice soft graduated crease. And I do like the Sigma version. It's slightly narrower, so you can be a little bit more precise. And I've used also this one, which is the 252. I don't have a MAC version of this, but I like it just for lid colour when you want to be lazy and you don't want to work so hard. And then they got the 239. I haven't really used that one that much. And what ones haven't I mentioned? The 194, again, I don't have the MAC version, more of a concealer brush. I haven't got any spots at the moment, so I haven't had to use that, but I'm sure I will soon because I'm quite a spotty person. So that's pretty much my rundown. So I would definitely recommend this set. Don't have to get the leather case, as I said, loads of other brands do that, so you don't necessarily need a Sigma one. You can probably find a cheaper one online from a company like Elf or something, but the brushes themselves are definitely worth looking into in this particular set if you are in the UK. If you're in the US, you can buy whatever you want because you don't have to worry about shipping like the Europeans do. So your contest prizes arrived in a box like that, a massive box, and there are, I believe, 9 prizes to give away. So I'm just going to run through what first, second, third, fourth, etc. are, and then I'll tell you how you can enter. So first prize is my favourite. It is the Professional Eye and Face Kit, which I just showed you, the one that I've been using the most. And you get all the brushes in the leather case in a nice little pack like this. So that is prize number 1. Second prize is those brushes, but without the leather case. So you get every single brush and then you can just store it however you want to. You can put it in a leather case, or you can put it in a glass bowl like this one with some beads a la Encore style. Third prize is the pink travel kit, which I showed you right at the beginning, and fourth prize is the black travel kit. Fifth prize is a set of 8 eye brushes. All of the ones that I mentioned that were in the main kit are all within this prize. Sixth prize is a set of 5 brushes. You get a 219 and then you get all of the main face brushes as well. Seventh prize is a set of face and eye brushes, and you get like a 187, 219, 224 and a little bonus kabuki there. And prizes 8 and 9 are just a little pack. In number 8 you get a little 188 brush, and then in number 9 you get a little kabuki. So there are all the prizes up for grabs. It's really easy to enter. All I'm asking you to do is at some point before Friday 21st at 5 PM GMT, write in the comments, enter me into the draw, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. So the contest opens now and it closes on Friday at 5 PM GMT. You don't have to do anything else, and then what I would do is collect all those names up and all those comments and basically enter them into the random.org number selector. And by the way, this takes me ages. This takes me like a whole weekend to sort this out. I don't know how other gurus do it, but I try and do it as fairly as I can, and it takes ages. Anyway, I will enter all those names in, and then the first name that comes out will be allocated first prize, the second name that comes out will be allocated second prize, and so on and so forth until all 9 prizes have been allocated to 9 winners. So I hope that you enjoyed the video, I hope that you enter the contest, and I will post the results probably next Monday because, as I said, it literally takes me a weekend to do this. So I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Speak to you soon, and let me know if you've got any questions. Bye.